So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best leveling method inside of Fisch. And the reason why this is the best is I literally can prove this to you. Look, hold on. I made a video. Hold on, let me find the recording. Okay, this video right here. Look at my level. 1,543. Guess what my level is now? 1,870. Using this method. This was only 2 days ago. This is the strats, bro. And you might be like, oh my gosh, he must be hacking, guys. No, I'm using the best method. So we're going to be using a few different spots. Now, firstly, you do want to take advantage of this before this is nerfed and removed, because this is actually using an event. This is not using the event. Now, this is one of the most optimal ways you can do it. Now, there is another spot I'll show you in case you can't run Auroras consistently like I can, which I'll cover that in a second. But for the most part, and today might just be your lucky day, but if you're watching this video within 1 week of it coming out, then you will actually be able to enter into my skyrockets set giveaway. I'm going to be giving away every single fish for this. And to enter, all you need to do is go down and click that hype button, and then hype this video, and then go and comment your Roblox username down below. But once again, hype this video, comment your Roblox username, and that will enter you into the skyrockets giveaway. And I'm going to be giving this away to multiple people. All right, so first things first is the setup. So there are a few things you should know. So firstly, you can get the clever enchantment, which is going to give a 2.25x increase to the the XP you're going to gain. So I'd recommend using that enchantment first off. Now the reason for that, pretty self-explanatory, double the XP. And now also if you perfect catch, I think it's 1.5 or 2x. Oh yeah. So if a fish successfully caught so if you perfect catch, you get 10 credits, so free money, and a 1.5x to your XP, so 50% more XP. So if you combine this with enchants like Clever and Wise, which I'll explain that in a second, in the best rod to put it on, you make a crazy amount of XP. So what we're going to be doing is using this setup. So there are currently 2 XP rods you can use. Firstly, the Great Rod of Oscar. This is my personal favorite, as you can tell by the 15,000 fish I've caught with it. Great Rod of Oscar, let's just say it's pretty peak. Now, Great Rod of Oscar isn't the only one. You can actually use this rod, the Wisdom Rod. So this one, I think, technically gives you more XP, plus 5% for every perfect catch streak, minus 10% for every catch failed. As you see, Cheeks control, but that does not matter because we're going to be using the most broken macros. So this rod, right? The fish we're going to be catching is essentially going to make this really good. I honestly, looking at this, might switch to this rod just because I know it's so much better. So you can get this with 1 ruby, 1 mythical or 2 mythical driftwood, and a magic thread. Super easy to get driftwood, garbage bait, using some super bad rod. I know the training rod is really good for getting crap like this because of the minus 70, but if you're trying to get mythical, you need to use the mythical rod, which is from the wandering or traveling merchant. Using this, get mythical wood. Honestly, I think getting it and then appraising constantly is a better way to get the mutation than doing that during like a mutation surge and all that. Now, the next thing we're going to be looking at, once you have crap like this down, is the best spots for XP. So they actually decided, hey, people are, progressing pretty well. We should make it harder to progress and nerf this, because why not? So now it's harder, but still plausible. So firstly, the aquarium. As you might see, I have some mastered, and I just pulled, what is that? 224,000 XP from my aquarium. So as you see, decent fish, all really strong event fish from admin abuse, but you're like, oh, the Leviathan's too hard to get. They actually make an admin abuse where you can get the Leviathan easily. And since the Leviathan is also one of the best for XP, so if we click equip best for XP, as you see, it is mainly the Leviathan. So we can get 40,000 XP an hour, pop this stuff, and now it is 500,000. And this is the main system to understand, right? I like how so duplicates doesn't affect XP as clearly shown, but the way XP works, right, in the aquarium is it's actually really simple. So it takes the base value that fish gives you, and it deducts it at a certain rate. So I think it's like 20% of the XP that fish gives you. So what's sad about this, right? I think the Moss Jaw used to do, I think it was about 700,000 XP. So it gave the most XP in the aquarium. And then they're like, nope, we're going to actually make it way less. And now it's horrible, bro. So we're going to take this rod right here or the other rod, and we're going to take this and head on over to the most optimal spots. Firstly, if you cannot run in Aurora, this is going to be the best spot for you. Reason for this, they buffed exotics. They've yet to buff or nerf this one, but as always, they're probably going to nerf it. So we're going to do whatever that was and come to Mushroom Swamp. Now, equipping the fish radar, we're going to be looking for this section that says alligator, and we're going to be not fishing into this, but we're going to be fishing just next to it. Now, if you do want to fish into this to catch the alligator, go ahead. The only issue with this is you have to get that and all that, and it's a bit dumb. But what we're going to be doing is quickly first, checking the bestiary. So Mushgrove Swamp. So obviously I'm not fishing here. I've been fishing in the event one, but this is the most optimal. So the handfish and rocket fuel give very good XP, and you can get these both directly very commonly during using bait. Now my favorite bait is, as you see, pumpkin pieces, which is in the event right now. So if you're watching this right now, buy as much of that bait as you can. It is so overpowered. But what we're going to be doing, heading back on over to the next best spot. So after you fish there, I'd honestly recommend fishing there for as much as you can, just nonstop. But the next best spot is going to be in Maple Meadow. And I'll also explain the aquarium and how to optimize it, obviously, if you don't have a ton of profane leviathans. But as, a quick note, they do run admin abuse every week, so you can get that. But obviously, so the best part about this is, right, the mastered profane leviathan is, so leviathan, profane leviathan, whatever you want to look at, the XP is the same, as you can tell. The duplicate only affects the money and I think items, not XP though. So the reason for this is, simple, but the mutation and the size of the fish doesn't change the XP an hour. So the fish is all that matters. So all you can do, right, come here, go to like fish or something, right? You're gonna go to fish, go to rarity, you're gonna click secret, and this is probably where you're gonna get the best understandment. And then you're probably gonna find the ones with really high KG, obviously. Skyla, Elder Mostraw, Profane Leviathan, Ancient Kraken, and Colossal Ethereal Dragon. Skyla gives 16,000 XP when you catch it. Elder Mostraw gives 13,000 XP when you catch it. Profane Leviathan gives 25,000, making it the highest, obviously 20%, and that's going to be 5,000. Ancient Kraken, 22,000. So Ancient Kraken, I'd recommend that, honestly. 16,000 from this. So, unless they updated it, the personal aquarium, XP an hour, it used to say, oh, you should get the Elder Mostraw. It probably still, oh no, yeah, it says Profane Leviathan now. Okay, so yeah, Profane Leviathan is the best. Now, if you also have it, the Singularity used to be good, but it's kind of sad now. But yeah, this is the setup. You want to get either Ancient Kraken, Profane Leviathan, or something like the Elder Mostraw or Colossal Ethereal Dragon. Pretty good for XP in the aquarium. Might as well do that. You can just get XP passively and then, put in fish food and get that, because I'm getting a decent amount of XP an hour, right? And then it's obviously double if you have the game pass. But when you're fishing here, I'm going to be showing the macro. This, by the way, the macro will be in the description. So this will be the website in the description. This is the Bloom macros. So this is my website, obviously, but you can go to the GitHub, then Bloom's official website and their official Discord server. But we're going to go to here. Don't click anything else. Those are going to be ads. Don't click the ads like the pop-up you just saw previously. As you see, they just released this new thing, Bloom Fishing. They just released it. And as you see, this is literally the only macro that doesn't get like a warning when you scan for it. Like, it's literally the only macro that isn't a virus, potentially. Obviously, most of them aren't viruses, and I don't want to, dog on them. Most of them probably aren't viruses, and they're just false positives. But still, this is literally the only one that does not flag. So we're going to open that boy, run anyway. It's going to still say, since it's from so this is the other thing, the pop-up it just gave me. It was like, this is from an known publisher. That's just because they haven't bought a digital signature yet. Super fine. They just have to pay for that. I mean, it doesn't mean it's malware. But fishing here, all you're going to do, come up into settings. You're going to come down. This is a potential bug, I believe. I'm pretty sure they might have fixed this, but it won't. If it doesn't run, this is a few little things to figure out. So you have to click this and click Open CV. Like, you have to manually click it. You don't have to do perfect cast. I mean, you might as well, because it works. Auto blur, you don't need that. You can do things like this, fail safe, debugging. Now, the next thing is there's server hopping. So if you're trying to join a server with an Aurora, you can just go through here and find a server with an Aurora and join it. This works. It's very overpowered. There are rods. You can select which rods you want to equip. So you can select the Great Rod of Oscar. The bait that we're using, pumpkin bait. You don't have to do that technically. I mean, that's really just like to click it. Like, realistically, it doesn't do anything. And then fishing here, once again, we're just gonna align to where we're not, gonna throw our rod in there. And then it's as simple as clicking this and clicking start with your keybind. And look at this, perfect cast. And it's also, gonna do a perfect catch. And essentially what I've been doing is setting up a tiny task that'll run in the background of this as well. The tiny task will sit and run in the background and time it wise where every so often, right, it'll click over to like hotbar things and click sundial and Aurora, pop those. And so I can have Auroras consistently run because I have a ton of those. But for the most part, it's pretty much it for this video. I'd recommend fishing in this zone while it is still here. Absolutely insane. And as you see, this macro is cooking. Once again, this will be in the description, but this is peak.